in my session, I would be sharing some understanding and some practice. So, as I usually do these sessions in person and not so much online. So, it's also an experiment, and you're all welcome to join me in this experiment. And also, because this energy that we all connect outwards as a Devi form, today we will take a moment to really see within ourselves. And so I would like to initiate and open this session with a few verses dedicated to Divine Mother, which is also recited by my master Om Swami. When I first met him, this is the first words I heard from his mouth. So this is something that it's it's like Devi Avtaran. Devi comes in forms when listening to these hymns, these verses. So if you understand Sanskrit, Hindi, or if it's not your language, don't worry. Let the sound, let the reverberation of the mantra enter to your ears, and let's enter together into this beautiful container we're all joining together. So I invite you all to join your palms. Take a moment to be comfortable wherever you're sitting, and gently close your eyes. And as you're closing your eyes, I'd like you to focus slightly onto your sit bones. So pressing into your sit bones, feeling the force of gravity taking over. And as that happens, allow your spine to lengthen up, the force of levitation, the grace happening. And let's take a deep breath in and out. Starting to first observe the breath. The breath is the key to our inner selves, to our true self, through which we can connect beyond the physical body. So in this moment, let go of everything that happened before and let go of anything that is going to happen afterwards. Just come here to your breath. Notice the rise of the belly with in-breath. Notice the softness of the belly going in on the out-breath. And as you're observing your breath, gently, consciously take a gentle effort to relax your shoulders, to relax your face, and bring about a gentle smile in your face that reaches even further to your eyes. Yes, that's right. As you're feeling that smile within you, we're going to take next breath to chant Om and 3 Shantis, and then I will invoke the mantra. So let's take a moment. Inhale. Om. Shanti. 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 Now gently let your hands come down in your lap or your knees and keep your eyes soft and relaxed. And just open your ears for the sound. Shri Vidya Shiv Vam Bhag Nilaya Hrinkar Mantro Jwala श्रीचक्राङ्कित बिन्दु मध्यवसति श्रीमत्सभानायिका श्रीमत्षण्मुख विघ्नराज जननी श्रीमज्जगन्मोहिनी मीनाक्षी प्रणतोऽस्मि सन्ततमहं कारुण्यवारानिधि सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहा त्रिनयना माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरा तारानायक शेखरा स्मितमुखी मापीणवक्षोरुहा पाणिभ्यालिपूर्णरत्नचषकम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रति सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणा ध्याये पराम्बिका जगन्माता पाहि मां. Namaskar once again to everyone, and to that divine mother residing within all of you. I pay my obeisance to that divine mother, divine energy, the Devi, the Shakti within all of you. So today we are sharing, discussing, understanding her aspects, her grace, and I'm sure you've had a session before with Paniji and understood about some attributes of Devi. So I'd like to make it this session a little bit interactive in the beginning. So if you're able to see the chat box, I would like to ask, what do you, when you hear the word Devi, what comes to you? What do you feel? What does it resonate to you, the word Devi? So this is a chat box. I'll read out some so you know what all others are saying. So we have it here. If you want to say, you can also unmute yourself to say, that's okay. If you want to write, I'd like you all to just say what Devi means to you. Shakti, love, creation, powerful, strength and love. Shakti, power, energy, righteous.
Ma'am,
Yes.
which was that mantra that you recited?
This was Minakshi Strotam. I can send later. Power and gentleness. Thank you, Smitaji. Divine presence within all of us. Protection and power. Sweetness within. So you see, giver of life, sweetness, protection, divine presence, strength and love, creation, Shakti, giver. So all of this is aspect of Devi, powerful, independent woman. Let's understand the word Devi. Where does it come from? Devi means the one who gives, Jo Deve. The one who gives is Devi. And who can give is someone who has within herself. So if she has love, she has bliss, she has blessing, she has power, she holds all of creation, wisdom, Shakti. When she has it, she can give it. That's why Devi gives boons. That's why she is the one who is Devi. Otherwise, The other term we could also use Shakti, when she is in her form of, creating the creation, world, existence. All forms come from her. All forms are her birth. So without her energy, there would be no manifestation or no form in this universe. So she's the one creating all of it. But when she becomes also the part of this Leela, she comes in her form of Mahamaya and her different aspects like Prakriti Devi, Kama Devi, nature, um, um, Saraswati Devi, Lakshmi Devi. There are different names and attributes when she takes that, form, and then the life starts manifesting through that. And in that journey of her expressing and giving, she holds, as they say, five powers. So these five powers, all of us also hold. So as when I'm saying these five powers, please know that you also, I also, we also have it. Okay. So one first is the power of consciousness. So we are all conscious of what is happening within us, what is happening around. We are creating this life. We are alive. We have the Chitta Shakti. So that's the power of consciousness. Then we have power of experiencing bliss. The very moment when you become a mother, when you give a birth to baby, the bliss that you feel, when you look at your child, when you look at the one you love, when you look at the world with the eyes of love, the bliss that happens within you, the power of Ananda Shakti. So she has that power within. We all have that power within us. Then the power of desire, the power of will. So the desire come because without desire there would be no manifestation. There would be no universe, not you, not me, nothing in the world. So the power of desire, the will starting everything, the seed of existence. So we all have that desire within us, and we are co-creating our desire with her essence, with the power of universe along with this, right? So as I'm saying, know that we, whatever we are speaking, whatever I'm speaking as though it's out there, Devi Shakti, but I'm speaking to each one of you. I'm speaking to myself. I'm speaking to that Devi essence in everybody. So, power of consciousness, power of bliss, power of desire and will, and power of knowledge. Because desires could be boundless. So, what is the knowledge and wisdom? It gives us the discernment to what to give energy towards. So, power of wisdom and knowledge, the Jnana Shakti. Power of will is Ichha Shakti. Then, power of action. So, once I have the knowledge and discernment, what I'm creating in life, then I give the energy towards that. That's how this existence came in place. So it was right for this existence to manifest. We have multiple of galaxies that we don't even know, what we're not aware, the planets around us moving. So what has been created, when, how, and why? All of this is these five powers. Power of action in the end, manifesting everything. So that's her. That's her self in different aspects of her Shakti. And when she comes in the aspect that she is established and nothing outward, because once you are in this creation there will be night and day, because the creation has duality. There would be night, there would be day, there would be up, there would be low. So when she's playing in all of that, she is this Mahamaya. And that is why Mahamaya also comes along with her darkness, her shadow side. So we will also understand, like if some of you or all of you are aware about Durga Shaptashati that comes from um, Maharanya Puran. In that one, it's written how each of the Shumb Nishumb, Dhumra Vilochan, all of these are mind aspects are coming as demons to actually shadow that goddess. So she comes in her form to take victory over these shadows. So we will understand what these shadows are and how from Devi we actually forget our Devi essence. So now comes the picture of the mind. So whenever the mind comes, we either go in the past or we go into the future, and we lose the present. And Devi is someone who's always in present. She अपने आनंद में स्थित है. She's established in her bliss, in her power. And the mind the mind does not take over and make her vision blur. So whenever the illusion of the mind comes, that's when she comes from her Devi aspect, which is ever giving and the blessing everyone, to her human and the smallness. So whenever we come into our mind, we we are bound to feel limited. We are bound to feel small. So when she comes into, so what actually blocks the energy of Devi? It's important to know whenever we feel small or limited, that we are just this. We often, especially as women, define ourselves by our roles. Okay, I am a mother, I am a daughter, I am a wife, I am a teacher, I am this. And all of these things, all the labels define us, but they also limit us. And especially as women, we are always taught to ask, like we always looking up to initially our fathers. They always ask, we always taught that you will be given love from your parents, then your husband will give you this, your father will give you a mother. Always this expectation of receiving from outside. And that's where we actually lose the touch from our inner power, when we seek the validation and the fulfillment from outside, because that's not at all Devi's nature. Do you think a Devi who is actually trying to please or seek happiness from outside, will she be Devi? Will you ever see a goddess wanting to be validated from outwards, out from the loved ones or from family? Do you think then she will be in her power? No, she does not need any validations. She does not need any approvals. And that's what makes her powerful, that her clarity. So, in the wider range, there are certain emotions and there are different aspects of her existence, her being. Um, and we are always, like day and night, we're always riding through this life of the waves, high and low. So there will be chances, and there will be times when we will feel okay, we're top of the world, we feel like we can give blessings and love unconditionally. But there would be moments of where we really feel like exhausted, drained, that we don't have anything to give. So now what to do? Because this is the moment we really need to understand what can be done, and how can I integrate her blessings and her power within me, whilst not being affected by the Maya, by the illusions, and by the mind. So in this picture, who completes the picture with Shakti is the Shiva. And the Shiva, how he completes the picture is because I like to explain sometimes to my students who are mostly Western, like imagine like a whiteboard, and that is the space. And whatever we write on the whiteboard is the energy, is the creation, it's all forms, it's all manifestation. So that whiteboard is our witness consciousness, who is always observing, noticing, and watching what is happening in this Shakti sphere. So that Shiva is like the container, and the Shakti is flowing, creating within that container. Imagine if there were no banks, how would the river flow? It will be all chaotic. So this is what happens when we are get emotionally triggered. It's almost because we women run by emotions, also moon. We get so easily emotionally drunk that we don't see anything and we come into the victim mode, or the manipulative mode, or the reactive mode. And all of this happens because there is no awareness, there's no grounding of Shiva. So the Shiva principle is the principle of our awareness, and the Shakti principle is the principle of our all manifestation, creation, power of bliss, creation, desire, consciousness, and knowledge. So, with that power, we have the power to create. But without that Shiva, the awareness, whatever we create will not be aligned in terms of the divine feminine essence. So, having understood this, we often go into the wounded feminine when we are taken over by our triggers. And wounded feminine tends to overreact, judge, and we all have, our some tensions, traumas, and some things that have hurt us in the childhood. We are carrying it, and often we receive and perceive and interact with life through that limited lens. But it's not our fault. It's just that we need to educate ourselves as to have the bigger perspective. And what's the bigger perspective? Is to understand that my emotions, my Shakti is one aspect, and that's not the whole picture. Let's say, for example, if I am feeling judged, or I'm judging someone, let's say I'm feeling judged, right? So I judge myself and I create this a smaller vision of myself and I believe. But the moment I can see that I am judging, so let's say I have this hand and I'm looking at the hand. So in this moment, I know that I am not the hand. I am the one looking at the hand. Is it true? So when you look at your hand, just for a moment, everybody, raise your hand and look at your hand. As you're looking at your hand, usually you say it's my hand, right? But when you're looking at your hand, are you the hand or are you the one looking at the hand?
Looking at the hand.
Yeah. So when you're looking at the hand, you are not lost in the hand. Similarly, when emotions come, and you're able to see those emotions, then you can discern that I am not the emotion, I'm the one looking at the emotion. Oftentimes we're like, okay, I am angry, I am sad, then I am. We become that anger, we become that sadness. So this distance is needed. The Shiva presence awareness is needed. I feel angry. I feel sad. Already a distance. I am not that. I feel. And even in feeling, when you see how what you're feeling, then suddenly, in the blink of a moment, you are not that emotion what you feel. You are the witness of that. And that's the power of discernment. That's the power of your own Chit Shakti, presence, the Shiva. So in this session, because I wanted to also make it something, experiential, because it's one thing to understand things from here and they may click to you, they may resonate to you, but they can only go so far if you're not integrating and you don't know how to apply into your life. So this is the reason I wanted to make this session little bit more practical, little bit more experiential, and to give you the experience what it feels like to be Devi, and knowing that we are not perfect but we are complete, meaning that whatever I am now, I'm complete. There's nothing lacking, and that essence and completion, I feel whole. And there will be always waves and everything, but I'm ready to face them with my inner power. So, in this way, I actually wanted to share about, because it's a huge topic. Devi, she has different forms, she has many different shadows that we also can call demons. We know in our tradition, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, the punch, five enemies. All of these take over our controls, create ego, create separation, from our essence. So all of this comes in this picture of illusion. So not taking at 1, 2, 3, just understand whenever the illusion comes, that takes away our essence of Devi, our power, our Shakti from us, and also our Shiva, because we are not able to discern. So I want to just ask, so far so good? Yeah, before I go into and taking it next step of what we are working with today, any questions, anything you want to ask before we go in a little play? So far so good? Okay, great. So
I
when
have a question. Uh,
yes, please.
um, so when you said that these tendencies, which are the demon or the shadows that you mentioned, they come forward because we are lack of awareness that we are the energy and not the shadow. But there are some of them which are so deep rooted. They
Mhm.
come so subtle that you're not even aware of it, uh, and they almost are like natural to you. So how do
Yeah.
you, one is that become aware, is there any technique,
Yes.
and also I feel if there is any physical letting out of these
Yes. This
this.
is what. Yeah. I couldn't see who is speaking on the screen. May I know your name, please? Because I can see only few faces. Who was speaking this question?
This is me, Neha Ahuja.
Neha. Thank you, Neha. This is a wonderful question, and it shows me that you actually are seeking, that essence of Devi, of completion within you, because it's such a valuable question. It's of a seeker. So this is a journey. Is just imagine that when you start the journey, we can't really aim to be at the destination already. So when the awareness and when these deep rooted things which are so ingrained and have, you know um, we have lived them again and again, again and again. So we have two minds. One is the conscious mind, which helps us to see, hear, analyze, choose, make decisions. The other is the subconscious mind, which is all about storing experiences from the beginning, from ever since we were child, storing experiences. This is like a sponge, a storehouse. And in this storehouse, whatever we have lived many, many times again and again, like we call samskara, it's our patterns. And when these patterns come and catch us, it's not easy to be aware just like that. But that is why awareness practice is needed always. Not like you just sit in 5 minutes and then you're being aware. Awareness practice is needed every moment of the day. That's why all of these days we hear mindful living in everything. So when you're eating, when you're drinking, when you're speaking, when you're doing anything, just take a moment to come back to the present moment. And it's a practice of being aware. And eventually it will happen. So I like to think it sometimes, let's say I'm in my mind 40% and 60% I'm 60% I'm in my mind and 40% I'm aware. So there will be chances of me being lost 60% and 40% catching, right? Or let's say let's start with, we are everybody's living in this stressful world, let's say 100% mind and there's no awareness. And you start your journey of awareness, then there will be 10% of awareness, 90% of the mind. So don't think that you can be instantly 90% awareness, and slowly slowly you reach a state where 50% of the mind, 50% of awareness. So you're able to maintain that. Sometimes you fall and then you get up. But the only thing in this journey of increasing your percentage of awareness and decreasing of ego, mind and illusion, in this journey, what is most important in every time, when even when you've lost it, don't get into the guilty. Because when we are on the journey and we say, oh my god, why did I did this again, then the guilty takes over. Then we beat ourselves again. That's another vicious circle we start. So taking it easy, that's the act of self love, that okay, I'm trying, I am on my journey to increase my awareness, and slowly slowly I will be there. So let's say then you reach 60% of the awareness, 40% of the mind, then 40% of chances you will, get triggered and everything. That is when meditation methods come in place. Because when we are aware in day to day life, we're taking a moment, let's say we come back to breath as we are eating. We come back to breath when we're talking to a friend. We come back to breath when we are looking at something. That's the you're actually calling in the state of meditation in that small moment. Whenever you make yourself comfortable and relax in this moment, that is a state of meditation. Because one can only be relaxed when there is no past and present or future, sorry, meaning there's no thoughts. And what happens in the state of meditation? No thoughts or less thoughts. That's the state of meditation when you have the state brain waves good changes. So the thoughts become less and less. But when I come into this moment, where that's the practices of meditation and yoga do to you, you come in the moment, you're not in the past, you're not in the future, and you become comfortable and easy with whatever is here. With yourself, you become relaxed and aware. That is the state of meditation. But methods of meditation, which we will do even in after some time, once I'm done explaining to you, we will do one method of meditation actually. So method of meditation come in place when we work on something intentionally, specifically, as we understand with our knowledge, our wisdom, our contemplation, we find out that these things trouble me. Now, how do I resolve it? These are the deep seated things in me. How can I resolve it? The first thing in this journey is to take responsibility. Because when I take the responsibility, then only it can be changed. Otherwise, there's no chance. We will be getting triggered, we will be getting hurt, we will be getting pissed and all of that. But the first step is I take responsibility, then I do a self aware self assessment. What is that actually blocks me? What is that actually my pattern? Is it hatred? Is it judgment? Is it anger? Is it jealousy? And actually my master says that for women most of the time it's either jealousy or comparison. These are the two most biggest enemies for women, jealousy and comparison. So once these two are taken care, your life is really sorted as a woman. You have so much to enjoy and celebrate, but these two take all the joy away. So you find out that what is that pattern that blocks you, and when you consciously take a moment, you set a time for yourself and you go into a method of meditation to really process it. That's what is the method of meditation, helps you remove those deep seated traumas and patterns and samskaras, so your chitta state, the consciousness, can be cleaned. And that's how we clean it, that's how we purify it, through our ichha shakti, Gyan Shakti, and Kriya Shakti. So, Ichha Shakti is first the responsibility, desire to resolve it, desire to purify and remove it. Then the Gyan Shakti of what is actually blocking me. How can I remove it? Then the Kriya Shakti, you take an action and you do a method of meditation, and then you make it your sadhana. You do it at least 3 days. If it clicks to you, then you continue doing 21 days. That's how it is said to do any practice, because 21 days your neuro pathways shift and change. Old patterns, old habits gets off, and the new patterns get formed. So anything you pick up as a meditation method, do it. Start it with 3 days, see if it resonates, and then continue for 21 days. And that is about the meditation method, and that is the meditation method that will help you increasing the state of awareness. So percentage of this awareness will start increasing. So maybe those things which were catching you off guard will not be catching you off guard. Maybe Maybe you will still be boiling, burning in that state, but you will be able to see and still have discernment that I don't react. You will come to that state, and I assure you, slowly but surely, if you take responsibility and work through your samskaras with diligence, practice. So, with that, are you ready to do one practice with me? Okay. So today we will do a practice about three Shaktis. And what are these three Shaktis we are exploring today is the Shakti of Saraswati, Shakti of Lakshmi, and Shakti of Durga. So I always like to simplify things in more like, scientific way that people, a layman, like a day-to-day life in life can understand. So when we talk about the three Shaktis, the Saraswati, and we will see what actually blocks. So you can resonate and find out what blocks her Shakti. And that is how we will play this like a like Leela, divine play or embodiment practice, you call it. So Saraswati is all about wisdom, creativity, power of creation, power of art, music. She is the goddess of that. And what blocks our creativity is our self judgment, self doubt. So these two things actually blocks the expression of Saraswati. Okay. And then goddess Lakshmi. She is the goddess of love, prosperity, abundance, and also sharing. She is the ultimate epitome of um, divine love, which is unconditional, which knows how to give unconditionally. And what blocks her radiance is expectations and jealousy. So whenever we start to expect something, okay, I'm doing something so that I can get that in return, even if there are hidden expectations, then her energy, you will find yourself, other person is still the same and has not done anything different, woke up and no, it's just the same, but within you something has shifted because of jealousy or because of expectations. And this, I'm just taking two main areas. There is a big spectrum as well, because for this today's session's sake, for the time and for the space that we have, so mainly in a broader way, it's the expectations and the jealousy that blocks her energy of the Lakshmi. And then coming to Durga. So Durga is all about power. She's the fierce goddess. She's also having discernment to, be authentic and fierce in the world. And she makes no mistake. She is also a compassionate mother. And what blocks her energy is fear and unclarity. Whenever we are unclear, whenever there is fear, it blocks our discernment, it blocks our fierce power, authentic expression, it blocks our expression of Durga. So, in this way, we're going to work with these three energies. And now is 13:40. Okay, so we have 15 minutes. So what we will do in this session, in embodiment and practice session, is we will take a moment now, and I would like you to write three demons that you want to work with, that blocks your Saraswati, that blocks your Lakshmi, and blocks your Durga energy. So one for each, you're gonna write. First, take a moment, connect with yourself. And it's a reflection. We're taking 1 minute. So I'm ringing a bell. And then you will contemplate and find out for yourself and write it down. Everybody's done writing. Give me thumbs up. Okay. So as embodiment goes, I want to just explain briefly about what embodiment means as a practice. So when you dance, you move the body, right? You move the body. But embodiment is about really going into the body, being present with the sensations, and letting the sensations move the body. So imagine a seaweed in the sea. How does it float? Can you imagine that? How does the seaweed float in the sea? Yeah. So what seaweed does, it doesn't have its own action, but it senses with the flow of the water in the ocean and it moves. So embodiment is much like that, where you really go into your senses and then you notice how does it want to move your body and then you allow. Okay. So now we will do a practice. I will first explain this practice, but before you guys do it, I will give you a short demo because with visual you will understand it better, and then I will watch you, observe you all, and guide you into this practice. Okay, so here it goes. What we're going to be doing, we're going to first stand, and then I will ring a bell and I will guide you to come to the breath with a soft music, and then slowly start to locate the first demon that you wrote, which is blocking your Saraswati in your body. Where is it in your body? You will take a moment to find out, and when you find out, you will take your hand wherever it is in the body, and then the music is a little bit like some that will encourage the movement, because the stuck emotion, the trauma would need something cathartic, like a fast pace. So it's not too cathartic music, it's a meditative music but with some beats. So you want to feel that and allow that to move your body, like it wants that emotion, that blockage wants to be expressed through the body, because we always analyze from here, we don't give the intelligence of body a chance to express itself. But we are not saying anything, there's no words. Usually in some setup, when you do group work, we in group, in personal, then there could be movement and sound and everything. But for today's, we are just letting the expression of the body, like a dance. Have you seen the Natya Shastra, the dance, how they explain different scenarios, sometimes fear, sometimes shame, with all the expression. So allow your body to express that first demon. Okay, it will be for 2 minutes. And then I will ring the bell. Let's say it will be for 3 minutes, given the time we have. I will sense. Then 2 or 3 minutes, then I will ring the bell. Then you will go into your Shakti of Saraswati. And when I'm demoing, I will share with you there is a step to go, because when we work in these container, there has to be clear entry and a clear exit from that aspect, energy aspect. So the way you will go, I will show you. There are only 2 steps how you go and you become that Shakti. And then once I ring the bell, that's how you come out of the Shakti. Okay. So I will first ring the bell, you will get into the first demon, then I will ring the bell, slow down the music, ring the bell, then you will come into your Shakti or Saraswati. You will let the Saraswati energy move your body. You will have a demo, don't worry. And then once I will ring the bell, that means you're integrating the Shakti. You will do those 2 steps to come out of her. Then we will take silence. Then same process for demon and Lakshmi energy, then demon that blocks the Durga and her energy. So this will be 3 phases of this whole sequence. Now, we are also working with some energy aspect of it. So I'm introducing 3 simple mudras for each goddess. So the Saraswati works with the Gyan mudra. The Gyan mudra is touching the thumb with the index finger. So this will be like one hand is facing down, one hand is facing up. This is the Gyan Mudra. And you will be intuitively moving it. You will see me in a bit. Then the second mudra, when we are into the second phase of Lakshmi, we are working with the Kamal mudra, so lotus. We can do lotus like this or this. So you will allow your body to do it naturally, organically, intuitively. Okay. So the third one for Durga is the Abhaya mudra, hand open, blessing. So this mudra, and I can tell you, you can take it as a practice. If you are someone who feel fear in your body, or you have some phobia in the for the night, or some dreams, nightmares, if you sit 10 minutes every day in this mudra, Abhaya mudra, all your fears will be gone. This is a very powerful mudra. And when we are into the energy of Durga, this is the mudra we will work with. Okay. So I'm going to give a demo first, then I'll ask if any questions for clarity, and then we're going to go to the practice. Is that okay? All right. So I'm not playing music for myself because I'm just going to do quick one. But for you, I will play some music. So let's say I'm going into the first blockage of self-doubt, the energy that blocks the Saraswati goddess, the energy of Saraswati. So I will feel and express the self doubt, and then ring the bell, go into Saraswati, be the Saraswati, embody the Saraswati, and then come out of that. Okay. Let me see if I can play the music, then can feel more. One moment.
Sadhana, we can't hear the music. No, we can't hear the music. You have to share the audio.
Huh?
Yes, now we can.
We can't hear you. You're much farther from the mic.
Just watch, I will explain. Just watch. I am first embodying the fear, the self judgment that I feel in my belly, and I'm letting it express through my body. Just that was one little sample. And at any point, if you're not able to feel or express this, then you have an option of, you're able to hear me, right? Then let's say you're not able to express in any point or anything, then you have an option of shaking, because shaking does what many other things can't do. It's like energy shaking from the body. So you, once you sense it, then you're just going to shake it. And then I'm gonna ring the bell, and then you will come into your energy of Saraswati. And there are two steps, just watch. I'll go back. And then you go embodying her. How you feel the Saraswati moving through you. I'm going to play some music so you can see a little bit of that. Here is. So let it come to you however it comes. There is no wrong and right. Please know that. And it's not the dance or a form or a choreography. It's something that your body knows how to feel like a Devi. And sometimes it helps to just rotate the wrists because wrists are the expression of, like fluid movement. And just go sway side to side if you feel it's difficult for you to move the feet. Just swaying side to side with breath and wrist movement. So this is for someone who finds difficult to dance, but if you are a natural, it comes natural to you, it's beautiful. Know that there is no wrong, there is no right, and we are not doing dance over here. We are embodying our own energy feeling and how the feeling wants to be expressed. Mudra, because it has some energy gesture, hand mudra has a very powerful energy. So sometimes you want to have your hands like this for Saraswati, for Lakshmi, but it feels like if to open your hands, just feel natural, okay? It is not just as long as you do it few times to invoke that energy, and then you can go with your flow like a seaweed. And while we're going in it, so first we're doing the pranam with one leg crossing, and then we are just opening our hands like this. So the sternum is lifted up because you need to feel that confidence. Can I feel confidence if my shoulders are rounded? Can I feel confident? No. So this is why when you pranam to the Devi, you have to open your chest and open your hands to feel that confidence and clarity that you're calling in her energy. And then we will go into doing the process. So similarly, you will first, then I will ring the bell. I will guide you through the whole process. With my words, how you feel her, how you embody her. And then same face we will do for Lakshmi. You will see what the demon or the energy aspect that blocks her energy. You will feel in the body, let it move, let it really feel. If it makes you feel small, limited, just allow to express through your body gesture. And then I will ring the bell. Then you will come out of that energy bubble and then go into pranam to Lakshmi allow her energy, open the chest, move with the grace, making lotus movement if it's coming. Then 3 minutes of that, and similarly, Durga. And in the end, there's a party. Because goddesses love parties. So we will all do a party afterwards if it's happening. Okay. Be flexible always. So here we go. Before we start, any questions, please? Okay, Ayushi, ready to go. Shivani ji, I'll ask you to then unpin or spotlight me because I'd like to see participants more. Maybe I can just can do. Yeah, periods, of course, it's beautiful to do. In periods, we have our inner psychic abilities turned on. So when you do this in your period, you will feel more empowered. As long as you're not in pain, then you need rest. I do everything in my periods. There's no limited ideas that even my master says to do everything. So I'm sorry, I missed the part of what blocks Lakshmi. So the Lakshmi energy usually in general blocked by our expectations, our agendas, and the jealousy. So let's say you were giving love because you want something in expectation, which is natural. Healthy expectations are fine. But a lot of times expectations actually kill the joy of the present moment and actually don't let you enjoy what we have. So expectations and jealousy. So if you're able to find some expectations that weigh you down, or some jealousy aspect that weigh you down, or something that make you feel not trustful. So heart gets blocked when we are unable to trust, when we are unable to forgive, when we are unable to give and share. So that's the blocks the heart, that blocks the energy of the Lakshmi. Something that also scarcity mindset also blocks the heart. So think of energy of prosperity, and whatever blocks your prosperity and love, you can write down as your one demon to work today. Let me see if anyone said. Okay, chat. Thank you so much for it. Okay, great. So we're beginning now. You all can take your place, stand in your room where you like. Durga block is unclarity and fears. Okay, everybody, leave your seat. So we're going to begin with the sound of the singing bowl. Take a moment to connect with your body. Close your eyes. We're going to work with the energy aspect and the blockage of Devi Saraswati. So sensing your first demon that you wrote down in your notes, what is that? Just knowing for yourself and scanning the body. Where does it sit in my body? Once you have found that, maybe it takes few moments to find that where it is in the body. Take your time. Once it is known, then place your hands to that area in the body. If it's back, it's your heart, it's your belly, it's your legs, shoulders, wherever the block of Saraswati, the demon, reside. Just touch to that place. And then we're going to express through our movement. However, everybody wants to express, allowing it for through. Take the body. How the body press and you're dancing the demon, the blockage right now. Yes, like that. If nothing is happening, the body doesn't move, just shake the body and leave that energy. Like leaving your voice. That's that. Meditation and it needs your totality. And if you're able to turn on your video, it will help assist you and guide you accordingly. Humble request to please videos. How the movement, yes, be total into it. Yes, beautiful. Very good, Smitaji. Just keep shaking, keep shaking. Slowly slowing down the movement of the demon as we're going to step into the energy of Saraswati. So, starting with the pranams. And then sensing how the body embodies Devi Saraswati. Day and night. All manifest. Yes and no. All her presence nurturing, taking over you. Feel the presence of Saraswati as you're moving your hands, as you're moving your wrists, as you're moving your body. Feel that Saraswati is coming in you, allowing her to enter into you. Yes, you can. Allow Ma Saraswati to come and reside within you. Beautiful. As she's coming, she's bringing along self-love, self-acceptance, nourishment to all your creative projects. Feel your creative projects are being blessed by Saraswati. Her energy is empowering you, giving you radiance, wisdom, direction. She is the bringer of new perspective, So allowing that to come to you. Gently giving the pranams for the energy of Saraswati. And now moving on to the block, the demon of love of Lakshmi. If I could please request you to turn on your videos, that would really help me and help you as well. Now we're going to move into the second demon that you wrote, this that blocks the energy of Lakshmi, and go on. Keep dancing it. How does it feel to be blocked in your love? Express it through the body, express it through your movement, and let the block be shaken out as you move. Shake, shake, shake. We're dancing the demon, so shake it out. Allow the body to express and release this negative energy that sits onto your love, to your abundance, on your prosperity. The energy of Lakshmi does not want it. So allow it to release. Beautiful, Neha, Sheetal, very good. Keep moving, keep shaking it out. Keep shaking. If body is not expressing anything, that's okay. Just shake that energy that sits onto your love, your trust, your abundance. You don't need that anymore. Just allow it to. That's right. Gently coming into stillness. Stillness. Yes. And now entering, calling in the mother Lakshmi, the goddess Lakshmi, and her energy, giving her our pranams. Then inviting her with open arms, chest open. Yes, embodying the goddess Lakshmi, feeling like you are Lakshmi. Yes, you are her. She is you. She resides in every gift of life, every act of kindness, every breath of abundance. Feel her nourishing presence within you. Feel how beautiful you are in her presence. She is an open heart giver. She is a beautiful receiver, flowing like a river of love. Feel yourself expanding with her grace. Yes, open your arms and feel the expansion of her love. You are Lakshmi. Allow your heart to flow with gratitude and grace for all the abundance that she brings to you. She is generous, kind, and loving. You can incorporate a lotus mudra. You can appraise yourself, your face, touching yourself, feeling your beauty. Yes. Whoever you touch in your life, you are offering the love, the gift of beauty, truth, and love. Feel her devotion moving you. Feel her love bringing joy in your movement. You are Lakshmi, overflowing with generosity, love, gratitude, kindness. Yes, you are. Coming into stillness once again, integrating her gifts, her love, her gratitude, her beauty. And now moving for our third demon that blocks the energy of Durga. Where it is in the body, locating it in the body, placing your hand where it is in the body, and allow your body to move that emotion, move that samskara, the limiting belief. You don't need it anymore. Take your body, release this limiting idea that brings anxiety and fear for you. You don't need that fear. Express it out and release. Shake it completely out. You don't need this energy of any doubt, fear, resentment, hatred. All of it is leaving you, releasing. Yes, yes. Just dancing it out. The demon is leaving with gently coming into stillness. Feel your fear, that demon who blocks the energy of Durga, has completely left you. And even if it is there, now we are invoking the energy of Durga. Now you need to come into Namaskar.
श्रीविद्या शिववामभागनिलया
Forming the Abhaya Mudra, feel that you are the Durga.
जला
Abhaya
श्रीचक्राङ्कित बिन्दुमध्यवसतिम्
feel the energy of Durga
श्रीमत्सभा
body.
नायिका
Feel her courage, her clarity.
श्रीमत्षण्मुख विघ्नराजजननीम् श्रीमज्जगन् मोहिनीम् मीनाक्षीं
Take the Abhaya Mudra to your fears. Let them dissolve. Feel the fierceness of the warrior goddess Durga. You are Durga, clear, courageous,
शेखरा स्मितमुखीं
are begin to
पीनवक्षो
all the fears in the Abhaya Mudra. You are so intensity. Live within you.
मलिपूर्ण रत्नचषकम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतिम् सौम्या रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणा ध्याये परा अम्बिका
And gently coming into stillness. Thanking her, pranams to her. And now gently taking any spontaneous form, because spontaneity is the creativity, the flow of creativity of the manifestation of existence. So whichever goddess comes to you, Saraswati, Lakshmi, Durga, or any other goddess that you may be connected with, just allow her its body. Gently giving yourself one hug for being that all the goddesses, all the beauty, love, abundance, and celebration that you are. Taking a deep breath in and out, and joining your palms and gentle bow down to yourself, to the energy of the Devi, all her aspects residing within us, all of us. And gratitude for this moment, for this container, for this Sangha, practicing this embodiment of the Divine Feminine is now complete. So, thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for your participation, your totality, your courage, your presence, and all that you brought in this container. And I want to say that I think Neha had asked me this question. So you can do the practice like this, or something that also be something personal to you. This is something I created few years ago when I was going through difficult emotions and I wanted to process them, and then bringing in the energy of the goddess there. So we today we did 5 minutes of the goddess and 3 minutes of the demon. When you have a playlist, I can send to Shivani ji the playlist I made, so you can play it for yourself, and then don't have to worry about the tracks and everything. Just feel with each track when it changes, come into your Devi energy and dance it out. And it's the it's the energy and the responsibility that the whole world needs, in terms of we always throwing it out, but this is how we take responsibility and process it, what no longer serves, and bring it to the light. So we don't fight, we bring on the light.
Absolutely, Sadhana. So we don't fight, we bring on the light.
Yeah.
We can take one or two questions from the audience if anyone has any questions to ask.
Yes, sure.
Are there any retreats that one can enroll for such workshops?
Yes, I do retreats here. I have one in April, but that's fully booked. But there will be more coming up maybe in August or next year. So you can follow me on Instagram. My name is simple Her, HER, and Sadhana. And then I announce it there. Usually I do yoga trainings, and in between when I have time, I do women's retreats. So might be something in August coming. I will let you know.
You can always write to us. We'll share her Instagram handle so that you follow the right person for the.
Yes, please. Yes.
Thanks.
Ask Vani ji. Thank you so much.
Really moving. It really made like before, it's been almost a month. I'm carrying a very heavy energy, and I had no doubt. I mean, didn't have, why am I carrying this energy in me? And I've been a practitioner, a sadhak for a while, and then today, after like this exercise of letting go, it really made a difference. Thank you so much. Really grateful.
You're welcome. What's your name?
I'm Neha Ahuja
Neha. Thank you, Neha ji. Thank you so
from
much.
Paris, so it's really nice to be on this.
Mm.
Ma'am, I'd like to share a small incident that really scared me, and maybe you can throw some light on that.
Sure, please.
So I there is this temple near my house, and I visit it often, especially on Mondays, since I pray to Shivji Bhagwan. So I go there to put like milk on the Shivling. So this temple has all the gods and goddesses. So I went on a Monday, a few Mondays ago. I had gone to the temple, and while I was doing my prayers, there was this lady in front of the picture of like the murti of goddess.
Mhm.
And I don't know, all of a sudden, what went wrong with her? Like, she started really acting in a very hysterical manner.
Hmm.
And it was like, I just got so scared looking at her behaving in that manner. I just ran away, but like, it's something that really scared me.
Sometimes, what happens? It's the Kundalini energy, we call it. And when Kundalini energy, some channel is open, it really shakes you, and sometimes it can come in that way. And mostly this happens when the energy is there and body is not ready to hold it. So, like, you have a pipe, and the pipe has some knots in it, and when the water goes through, it really shakes, like it goes haywire and crazy. So this happens when we do encounter energy, but we don't have a good healthy container as a physical body to hold it. Then this happens. But we have in India, we've been raised with all this, mata ai hai, ye hai, wo hai. So sometimes it's not actually something happening, but it's unconscious pattern, or some things like that happens that certain women from the local places do. But I'm not saying all of them, but I have seen some women doing unconsciously, as something has, when, let's say, something you do it so often, then you keep doing it without even questioning or without even awareness. So that's happened. Don't be scared, or nobody is eating humans here. So why to be scared? What to be scared of?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, carnivore, so just chill. uh Ask your question. Please share a small practice ritual where we can do every day to embody our divine feminine and state that energy. Also, is the wild feminine energy destructive? Wild feminine energy is not destructive, because that's your wild power. So when we go into the jungles, any forest, you go into the nature, it's always wild. It will never be in order and properly like garden, right? So it's always wild. The more we can be at ease with our wildness, the more power we gets available to us. So, but the wildness, like, with responsibility, with more power comes the responsibility. There's a quote like that. So the more you go get into the touch with your wild power, the more you have to build up your container to hold that wild power, to not hurt yourself. Because you will see women getting so much wild energy. It has happened with me. I've really bruised my arm once few years ago, but because I was unaware and got unconscious. So once you really let your wild side be accessible, make sure you're also doing certain practice to bring in awareness. So you already asked, that's really good, what method you can do. So whenever you're doing any practice to awaken your divine feminine, you also have to bring in your awareness, your Shiva Tattva. So Shakti and Shiva Tattva has to come together. For divine feminine, she really loves taking care of beauty. So whenever you're taking care of beauty around you, whenever you're indulging into details, into things, and making beautiful atmosphere, making things into rituals, for example, you're eating your food and making prayers and eating like that, or you're doing a certain thing, you're lighting a candle and making like a ritual. she Devi is all about rituals. Otherwise, there will be no these big stutis and everything. She loves to be adored. So when you adore yourself, that is what you're invoking your divine feminine presence. The more you adore and the more you appreciate, take time to slow down. The world is already very fast. We need less of that. We need more of a slow, relaxed, and self-love practices. So that all awakens your divine feminine. However, with that, you can practice opening your heart chakra, because that is the most accessible for women. That is why nature has given us breast. It's not for no reason. The physically this organ is protruding outwards. What it means is our hearts are naturally able to open. Like for men, it takes so much. In men, they do yoga and whatnot and headstand. I mean, women also do yoga more than men these days. but it was invented, all the postures, by yogis men. So they needed to really work their energy from the sexual center to the heart center and the third eye and the up. But for women, it's so natural to be in devotion, so natural to be in love. So whatever invokes your devotion and your compassion, that is the divine feminine principle. So connecting with the heart, as what you can do, I can share a small practice with you. You know, when you touch both hands together, right? You all must have done it, I'm sure. And when you take your hands away, you can feel the energy between your palms. Is it true? You can feel the electric current. So what I do is, usually I would just take 15 minutes. I will put an alarm or stop, like a timer, ring a bell, because bells are really, they cleanse the environment. That's why in the temples we have bells. If you have bell, ring a bell. No, don't worry. Light a candle, just sage a little bit, cleanse a little bit your space, and then start with your hands on top of your breast. So your center point of your hands, this is the energy channel, prana channel. It is touching your nipples. So you stay here for few breaths and then start moving your hands. You will notice what happens between two hands will start to happen between your breast and your hands, meaning the energetic pull. You will feel the aura of your hand. And with each breath, start to very, very slowly increase and take your hands forward. You will see, you will feel the aura of your hands is growing. Like you will feel the magnetic pull between hands and the nipples, and it's growing, 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 and you're really widening up your, it's very slow, like a really slow pace, like a snail pace. You open your heart. So energetically, you're expanding the auric field of your heart, and then slowly coming it, bringing it to the closure. 15 minutes, maybe we will be able to do only one round if you go to the right speed. And that's how you can really open your heart. And once your heart opens, a lot of cleansing, a lot of things get cleared. Like you feel more intuitive, you feel more fluid emotionally. So this is one practice. And remember the Shiva Tattva, awareness. So stopping in between doing things and watching your breath, watching your thoughts, watching your emotions, and knowing it's all the Leela. You are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you are the container of all of this. So, this is the Shivatva practice, and the Shakti practice is to open your heart.
We'll quickly take the last question. Sheetal, please unmute yourself.
Jai Shri Hari and Shri Matre Namaha. Thank you so much. So grateful. I'm actually Sheetal Om, so I'm also a
I
disciple of Om
understood.
Swamiji. I could
I,
feel Swamiji.
I understood.
Yes. So
So
thank you
happy
so
to
much.
have you.
So I
Thank
just want to say that daily practice, maybe I just want to check with you. I listen to the Lalita Sahasranam
you. Mm-hmm.
every day, and of
Mm-hmm.
course the Meenakshi mantra that we chant every day, and the Sri Suktam. So is that
Mm-hmm.
enough, or
More than enough. You take one name of Lalita Sahasranama, more than
Ah,
enough. Yeah. It's
right, right, right.
everything. It's
So
everything.
I chant 11 names every day, and I listen to the entire
You're
Lalita
blessed.
Sahasranam. Thank
You're
you so
blessed.
much. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Jai Shri
Thank you.
Hari and Shri
Yes,
Matre
very.
Namaha. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sadhana ji, and thank you everyone for joining us.
Thank you.
It
Thank
was
you.
wonderful hosting you, and it was great,
It's a pleasure
empowering
to
session.
also.
Can we
Mm-hmm.
have hearts from everyone? How did it go? Thank you so much. I could see so many digital hearts coming up. How beautiful. We would like to end this session here. Thank you so much, Sadhana ji, and thank you once again to all our lovely participants who have joined us from different country, different time zones. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you once again. Enjoy, everybody. Lots of love to you
Thank you so
all.
much. Thank you.
And we end the session here.